to another episode of The Fava. I'm Eden, and this is my dad Noah, and every week we sit on my bed and have a conversation about something we want to talk about. And this week, we're going to talk about United States salaries. Yes, and I am coughing a little bit. It sounds horrendous. So, here,
Okay.
It'll be a lot, I'll say.
Yeah, if you've got a cough, you cough, drink some water, we'll get through it. So salaries in the United States, but we're going to get it we're going to get a little bit more specific. So what exactly do you want to talk about, and why did you suggest this as a topic this
We're
week?
mostly going to talk about teachers, because we decided this is a big one.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that.
Right, but what led to you just thinking
this?
about it? Yeah.
So it's probably a bunch of you viewers know. Aaron Judge signed his big contract. 9 years, $36 million.
No. 9 years.
$360 million.
Exactly. 1-0 makes a huge difference.
And I was wondering, why is he, because he's an entertainer, he's not doing anything for our world, why is he getting paid so much, but teachers and these healthcare workers, who are so much more important than him, getting paid so much less?
Okay, so this isn't about saying that Aaron Judge, and if you don't know, Yankees MVP, baseball player. It's not about Aaron Judge shouldn't say, I don't want this money.
No. He has to take it.
Sure, of course. Everybody in the country deserves to make as much money as they can or they want.
Right.
But the question is the priorities of the country of, all right, so why does an entertainer, even if he's the best at what he does, why does an entertainer make more money than a teacher or an EMT worker?
But it's EMTs are saving lives. It's not like a baseball player is saving a life.
Yeah. So when I was in ninth grade, we had to write an opinion piece, and we had to submit topics. And I submitted the topic of why professional athletes should make all the money that they do. So like the opposite of what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
And the teacher said, I'm never going to agree with you. Don't do it. So, of course, I did it. My argument was, and she wrote back after we presented to the class, she wrote on the paper, you convinced me, but I told you not to do it. And then she gave me a C. So, but my argument was not that they are more important to the world or to the country than teachers or emergency workers, first responders. It was, well, if someone's going to offer them this money, they're not going to say no, nor should they. And it's up to the fans. If there are enough fans that believe, well, they shouldn't be making as much money as they are, this money should be going to teachers or emergency workers, then that's when salaries come down, right? As you understand. So in your own words, why do athletes and entertainers, actors, actresses, stars, why do they make so much money?
Because it's actually because of us.
Mm-hmm. Because
we pay to see them. We pay to watch them online. We go to their concerts or in their games, from ticket sales and all of this. And we pay for, NBA jerseys. This all goes to teams from fan support.
Mm-hmm.
It basically just comes from fan support, all of that money.
Mm-hmm. So
just think of how much one NBA game is packed. How much money is that? That's like the whole team's salary, basically.
Yeah, I don't know how much.
That's tons of money.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
how much
all of that, that's so much money. That just goes all into that.
And again, we're not saying that I fully support athletes and everybody making as much money as they can, and I'm not going to stop going to an NBA game or watching NBA games.
No,
for
because this is stuff that we do because it's entertaining.
Yep, but it really shouldn't be an either or.
No.
Right? It shouldn't be, well, teachers. So you did some research
Yes.
today. So the teachers, average teacher starting salary is
It's
what?
$41,770.
Okay, that's their starting salary. Okay, the average top teacher salary.
$76,540.
Okay, and how about an EMT worker?
Every year, they earn about $37,980.
Yeah, so again, as you said, saving a life. Whereas the average NBA player gets about $10 million, baseball player gets about $5 million, and again, they deserve to make all the money that they get. That's how things work. But it made me think this week about your teacher had been sick for a day and then had to come back to school because there weren't enough substitutes. And I keep thinking about the teacher shortage in the country, and if teachers were paid better, I would imagine we'd have more teachers, and also we might have better teachers across the board.
Because probably if they know they're making more money, they'll probably work harder.
Or enter the profession, get into the profession.
That's true.
Yeah, because often I have a lot of friends that are teachers that feel like they're just could be burned out, not really supported, and these are your teachers are the ones that you look up to in school to guide you in every single day. Mm-hmm.
And all of our subjects.
Yeah, and an emergency worker. Their jobs are to actually save lives.
Right.
Like all throughout the pandemic, we heard about the first responders.
Right.
But yet they're paid barely anything.
Right.
They have to work multiple jobs to raise a family.
But during the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
this is so much more serious, and they're saving these lives like crazy. But why are they still earning less than these entertainers? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And just like you, I'm not saying that they should be earning less, they shouldn't be taking the money, but still, it makes no sense.
The imbalance.
There needs to be a balance.
Right. So when you actually think about, all right, people saving lives, people responsible for educating the children in this country here, entertainers here.
Okay.
Right. And it's unfortunate because it seems like that's where priorities are. And they're just like a lot of other things in the country. There needs to be some sort of rebalancing. Yeah. Because you don't want a teacher to be comfortable and also not stressed about their salary when they're trying to teach kids, right? And you want a teacher to be put in best position to succeed, and the school itself to have the resources. And a lot of that comes from taxes, but the schools themselves to have the resources in order to put the kids in best positions and teachers best positions to succeed.
Right.
Yeah. So like in school, you have there are certain specials, but they're not every day. Yeah. And then you have you don't have things like you have science how many times a week? Once a week. Art twice a week. Gym once a week. Music once. Yeah. So and I think the school itself, it's dependent on how much money the school gets and how many students are enrolled. And
we do these tons of these challenges, like the pajama party challenge.
Oh, to raise money, yeah.
Yeah, for those things, and we do reading challenges.
Yeah, and look, you said something the other day about. Oh my goodness! All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drink more water. Yeah. Different kind of podcast today. It's not like we have the fancy equipment where we can just hit mute on your microphone if you're going to cough.
No.
Or when I broadcast games, there's a button where your headset is and you plugged in. It says cough. So if you're going to cough, just push that button so you can cough, and then it doesn't go out over the air. So
That's
it's actually
amazing.
called the cough button.
Is there a sneeze button?
No, it's the same thing. It just, the same because it just cuts off your microphone without it being unplugged.
That's good.
But you had said something about like, why would you be any happier with $90 million? You said, like, what do you need it for? And
But people don't need $90 million every year. Like,
right, when we were talking about entertainers like The Rock. But again, that affords they've earned it based on what the demand is and what the industry commands, what that job commands. And we just hope that, and we know that a lot that through charitable organizations, money is given back. But you also think about the next level wealth in the country, of how poverty could be wiped out instead of like maybe Elon Musk buying Twitter, right? Something like that type of those types of priorities. Yeah.
But he doesn't need $90 million right now.
Who?
Like
anybody.
Anybody.
Okay.
So if they just stop earning $90 million, maybe they earn a little less, but that money that they didn't earn now, if that just went to like poverty and making like poor communities and just making that, why couldn't that happen? Because
It could.
Because people, entertainers, they don't need $90 million if they already have so much.
But who are we to say that they don't need it? Like I don't want to tell somebody what to do with their money. But when you step back and think about what could be done with money, and and we're talking about not just entertainers, but CEOs and just really, anybody that's making that type of like the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. What could be done?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that this is something that you think about, but it's also important to understand how the economic system works,
right,
but also where the holes are to that maybe you can contribute to. All right. Well, you need the coffee before we hug. Love you.
Love you.